Hello everyone and welcome to another Feed Army video. My name is Emmanuel and today I want to talk about what you can do to utilize the cart data, so the cross-selling data from Google Ads onto your website to get more sales. So in the previous videos I've explained how to check if you can get cart data or not. So what you want to do first is, as I've explained in the previous video, is go to Goals, Summary, and then go to your purchase action. So purchase here, and now what you want to do is go to status and hover over active, and here you should see cart data is excellent. If you see anything else, then first you need to fix that to ensure that your data is correct. And if you're missing the cart data, you can use my tracking code to install all of that information. So if you need any assistance with that, feel free to reach out. Once you have your cart data, then we can download the report. What we want to do is go to Insights and Reports, click on Report Editor, and then scroll down a little bit until you see Products, Cart Items Cross-Sold, and we click on this. And then what I like to do is either go 90 days, but in the beginning I might also want to go for a full year. However, it depends on how frequently you change your products. So what you do is then click on download and select CSV. Once you've downloaded the file, you will see some data like this. Then select everything, Ctrl A, copy this data, and then you can go to my cross-sell analyzer tool, scroll a little bit lower to the explainer, and what you can do is just paste all the data, click on Analyze, and this then shows you the cross-sell, variant upsell, and then the same item upsell data. You can then utilize this information to make decisions on what to do. So that is what I want to use this information for, improving the product landing pages. So this is just an example website. This is not a real merchant. So let's assume that the information that I'm sharing with you is accurate. This merchant is spending money every single day advertising this blue bottle. And the ads are working, people are clicking, and you are getting sales. There's just one little problem. 71% of the people who buy don't buy the blue one, but they buy the black one, which means every ad, every image, every landing page impression is showing customers the wrong product, and the merchant has no idea. In the last two videos, I showed you how to get cross-sell data into Google Ads and how to visualize it. Today is the fun part. What do you actually do with it? I'm going to show you exactly how to change your product landing pages in 3 scenarios to turn that data into extra sales. So let's go. So now I just want to do a little quick recap on this information that you see here. When you add cart data to your Google Ads conversions, you stop seeing just this ad made a sale. You see exactly which product ended up in the cart, and that reveals 3 patterns on almost every single store. So one is the cross-sell data here. Someone clicks on product A but buys product B alongside it or instead of it. 2 is the upsell. Someone clicks a cheap product and walks out with an expensive one. And 3 is a variant cross-sell. They buy the same product but a different color or size than the one in your ad. And here's the key idea of this whole video. Your ads don't just buy sales, they buy information. Every click tells you what customers wanted versus what they actually bought. And that gap, that's where your extra sales are hiding. Let's start with the cross sales. Here we can see a completely normal product page. An Alpine flask, $29, nice page, nothing wrong with it, but my cart data is telling me something this page ignores. 31% of people who buy this flask also buy the bottle brush. 24% buy the silicone boot, and that's not just a guess. That's not some app's algorithm saying these look similar. That's real money from real orders from your own ad traffic. So what do you do with that information? Let's click on how it should look like after using this information. We can see 3 changes. First, a bundle. Right next to the add to cart button, a flask, brush, boot, and 10% off the set. I'm not guessing which products to bundle. The data already told me these are literally the 2 items people buy with the flasks most often. And I'm just removing the steps that the consumer needs to do. And then what we can see is if we uncheck one of the options, it recalculates the cart bundle. Second is the customer also bought section, which we can see here a little bit lower. Most themes fill this with products from the same category and hope for the best. Mine is ranked by actual purchases from ad traffic. So we can see the first one and the second one is from the cross-sell data. Every slot earned its place with real orders. Now we have also gone to the third section. So what we've done here is there's a short description of what the product is, but we also say pairs perfectly with our deep clean bottle brush to keep the narrow neck spotless. So we can see we've done 3 actions. We have added the bundles here with a discount. We've added what customers also bought. And we've added an extra link in the description. And one more thing before we move on. And this one can save your account. Sometimes the data shows people click on product A, but buy product B instead. If that's happening, product A looks terrible in your Google Ads reports. Low conversions, bad ROAS, and the temptation is to pause it. Don't. That product is a door opener. It's winning clicks and handing customers to your best sellers. With your cart data, you'd kill your best traffic driver and never know why sales dropped. With it, you protect it or even give it more budget. The second scenario are upsells. Here's my Trail Tumbler Basic item. $19. It's cheap, wins a lot of clicks on shopping ads because price wins clicks. And in a normal Google Ads report, this product looks mediocre. Low order values, thin margins. Pause it, right? Or wrong. Because my cart data shows 62% of the people who click this $19 tumbler actually buy the $34 Pro. Customers are upgrading themselves. They land on the cheap one, look around and spend more. My only job is to stop making them hunt for the product upgrade. Now let's go and have a look at how it should look like on a better performing landing page. As we can see, we've added something here. So the first change we made is a call out right under the price. Just plus $15 gets you the Pro version. Notice the framing. I'm not saying the Pro costs $34. I'm saying it costs $15 more. Same math, feels half the size. And right below it is some social proof. 8 out of 10 customers choose the Pro version. That's not a marketing copy I invented. That's what the data says. When you can prove it, say it. And now if we scroll a little bit lower, we can see a comparison table of good, better, and best. However, what we want is to highlight the Pro version. Here we can see side by side the capacity, insulated lid, the warranty. The Pro is highlighted as the most popular because it literally is. Comparison tables work because customers who were already going to upgrade now do it in 10 seconds instead of 5 minutes of tab switching. And a percentage of customers who weren't going to upgrade see the column and think, you know what? For $15, why not? It's not that much more expensive. And here's a strategy. Keep advertising the cheap product. Its low price wins the click. That's its job. It's not a product anymore, it's a doorway. The page behind the doorway sells the range. That $19 tumbler with bad ROAS, it might be the best salesperson on your store. And cart data is the only report that shows it. And now we go for scenario 3. And this is the last scenario. And honestly, the cheapest fix with the fastest payoff. Remember the bottle from the start video? My shopping ads show ocean blue and my feed shows ocean blue, but 71% of buyers choose the matte black one. So every click, customer lands on the blue bottle and then they have to find the color option. For example, they open a little drop down, hope black is in there. Every extra second of that is a chance to bounce. And what I mean by that is bounce away from your website. And I'm paying for every one for those seconds. So here we can see, we just have a drop down and then we can see there is a black version. But that's an extra step that a consumer has to do to see what color options you have available. So here's the fix. The drop down is gone, the visual swatches above the fold impossible to miss. And look at the black one, best selling badge. Not because I feel like black is popular, because the data proved it. So we can see that once we click on the other colors, we can see that it updates the image as well with the same color. That is very important. When you sell different variants and different sizes of colors, you want to represent exactly what it is. And make sure that in your data feed, you also submit that same exact color. If you use the normal variant options in Shopify, this will be automatically applied to the variant product. And third, and this is a big one, I changed the ad itself. In shopping ads, the variant in your product feed decides the image shoppers see. If black is what people buy, black is what the ad should show. That's often a one-line change in your feed, and that improves your click-through rate and your conversion rate at the same time, because now the ad, the landing page, and the customer intent all match. Think about that. You might be spending your entire budget advertising the wrong color, and without cart data, there's no report in Google Ads, and without cart data, there's no report in Google Ads that would ever tell you. So we've got 3 options that can help you get more sales, and you can utilize all of this on one specific product landing page. 3 patterns, 3 fixes. Cross-sell data becomes bundles and proven recommendations. Upsell data becomes comparison tables and upgrade paths. Variant data becomes better swatches and, most importantly, better ad images. Every single one of these changes came straight from the data. No guessing, no best practices copied from a blog post. Your customers already voted with their wallets. You're just rebuilding the page around the results. And you get 2 wins at once. Higher conversions on the traffic you're already paying for, and smarter bidding because you finally see each product's true value, door openers included. Everything I showed you today runs on 2 things. So the cart data and the reports that you can then visualize. And that is important to make decisions to change or what to do on your product landing page. I hope this has been useful for you to make better decisions on your product landing page and how to utilize your own data to make better decisions. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out or leave a comment downstairs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.